Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out the walkthrough for Level 3 Arkham Asylum Antics on LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes. So here we are. Basically in the beginning here, it kind of just gives you kind of a trail of studs and a bunch of silver statues out in the middle there. And the goal here is to not have a seizure while watching Batman run and collect all those. And if you can succeed in that, the next goal is going to be to run out to the middle and cue the Batcave calling, and go ahead and bring in. I did the Batmobile. I'm sure you could do whatever, but the goal here is to use the vehicle to blast the silver statues, which will then open the door and allow us to drive further down the road and enter the secret entrance to the Batcave. So now that we've got our Batmobile and we're going to leave Robin's ass behind, we're going to go ahead and start blasting these. So one little side thing here we want to grab before we go too far is that now that we've got the car, there is a bunch of blockades and a bunch of cones over there that we just drove by. If you knock over all those cones or destroy all of them, you get a gold brick. So we'll get to that here in just a second after we destroy all these statues. I love how Robin just runs around on foot behind you trying to like trail. It's like, dude, get over it. Just stand there and wait already. But, you know, AI is AI. It is artificial. Alright, so I'm going to do 1,000,000 cookies. Make everybody throw up. Now I'm coming back and just blasting through all these cones. I don't believe there's any kind of method behind this that would make it better or worse other than just destroy them all. I really don't have any information otherwise stating, so we'll go with it. Yay. Hopefully you have more gold bricks than me already, because I did miss one or two. Vroom, 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 vroom. Yay. So, follow the trail and get the little icon there and open up the Batcave. Now we're here getting our first look. Go ahead and grab all the silver studs. It kind of guides you back towards across and over to where you change your clothes, I guess.
Batman safely recovered all the stolen property, including Bruce Wayne's Man of the Year award. The only thing left for Joker, a swift.
Hey, we know who that is. You're not fooling anybody, Clark. Like Joker would have access to like, I mean, like, come on. He's locked up in a little tiny refrigerator with, but yet he got, that's ridiculous. Gotta love it though. Very creative. And in this cutscene here, we get to see old Lex, and he comes out with this nice fancy ray, and it allows us to know that it runs off kryptonite, which at some point I'm sure will affect Mr. Superman himself. God, Joker's a cocky bastard. Give me that gun. Let me shoot it. Let me do some destruction. That's a pretty cool gun there. It's like I think it's a decompiler? No, what the heck is it? I forget. Deconstruct. Pretty cool. So basically here they're just representing that they're freeing all of the baddies. And then the last one that they free is Catwoman. We'll go chasing after that skank here in a minute. After these two get done wrestling over that. And there she is. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Mr. Two-Face. Good old Mr. Two-Face. So, yeah. All the baddies are now free. Bummer deal. Alright, back in the Batcave. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so now we're going to pop out of here in our regular clothing. And I did speed this up tremendously because I go and smash everything in sight as always. I swear we're going to we're talking about making some t-shirts. Stud whore. I am a stud whore. HTG. You know what I'm saying? That'd be pretty sweet. Comment below if you think you might want one. I'm sure we'd have to talk to Lego about using any of their icons. But you never know. It's a parody. We'll figure it out. So after another brief cutscene, we go ahead and I was kind of confused. The arrow's kind of pointing at me like I need to be inside it. So I got inside it. But it turns out I just need to pull the lever again. This was also pretty obvious, but for some reason I managed to make it a lot more difficult than it needed to be. And that is that you need to ping for the specific bad area, and it tells you that it's a red dot. And I'm pinging and pinging and pinging and pinging and pinging and oh wait, there's a red exclamation mark. Booyakashow. So save yourself the hassle and go straight to it. Alright, here we are, dressed and ready to impress. We got our mobile and cycle. And we out. So easy on the gas when you get past the Arkham gates there, because you end up rolling into water. So now that we slow it down from super turbo mode, we're going to come back here, and we got 7 to 15, not quite there yet, so we'll have to come back in free play and deal with that. But meanwhile, there's a switch right over here where that giant arrow is pointing to, and we're going to pull it, and it brings up the dock. Or whatever, the bridge, whatever you want to call it. Don't judge me. Alright, so now we're going to roll in. You don't get very far before the cutscene kicks. And it's a bunch more jargon. Back in the story. Which is fun. Alright, so now it's going to dump us in the maze. And it's amazingly fun. Ooh. Must be something going on there that I forgot about. Alright, so here she is. She's going to ride a motorcycle. She's basically riding around in circles. There's a couple gaps that you cannot clear on your own. So as she rides around, we got to try to avoid her as much as possible. She comes through about every 10 to 15 seconds. When she does, just jump out of the way and do your best and, you know, try not to get hit. Doesn't really matter. You want to come over here, use your batarang, and knock the green pipes down. And once you do, it presents you with a switch. Come over and grab the switch. Switch drains the water. And booyakashow. Robin gets flung around, and there's a suit signal. So Robin can grab the acrobat suit, and with that, he can do amazing things, unless it's being controlled by Inadub. And then it's just disastrous. So once we get the pole in the hole, we'll go ahead and advance a little further. Get knocked over 6 or 7 times. That Catwoman skank just knocks us over every time she comes by. I try to jump a lot, but the goal here is you want to go and basically come almost the way you came in, but you want to go up on the ledge like you can see me here. Build both the switches here. And this will then allow Batman to climb up and join you. Before switching back, you want to go ahead and jump down and grab the hat, tip all that. Once you do, you can build a suit signal for Batman. And at this point, I suggest switching to Batman and getting your old Batman ass up there. Alright, now we got the power suit, so right off the bat, my first instinct was to go and blow up the gate that I'd walk by, but I wasn't really paying attention to the fact that I was already standing right next to a silver item that needed to be blown up. So once that sinks in, I walk back and booyakashow, first mini kit available to us in the story mode. There's 10 on each level, and there's 1 citizen in peril available on each level. However, not all 10 and not every citizen is available during story mode. So don't stress yourself out spending hours and hours trying to get it. Your best bet is to kind of go through and, you know, plow through the story as best you can, and then you can come back later with more characters and more knowledge and more options available. So I'm probably going to get ran over 2 or 3 more times before we get to our next destination. So now we have to deal with, now that we've taken out Catwoman there, you can move around the Kona. And, you know, there's lots of things up high that you can't really reach, so you can use your Batarang if you really got time. You know, if you're working for the superhero, I'm not sure if you need to get them all, but you definitely need to get a majority of those. Okay, a couple baddies running up. Go ahead and go blast this, whatever that is at the end here. And then it gives you some pieces to rebuild, and this gives you one of those little rolling terminals that Robin can then hop into and do his little hamster ball, which I still think is a little odd. So we'll get to that blue wall here in a second. We do get a new suit for Batman here shortly. Now that you're in the platform, you got to guide the bat along the line. Once you do, it drops down and there's the bat suit. So, and it is actually the bat suit. So now you can jump around and fly a wee bit. You also got some sort of a sonar array that you can use, and it's almost kind of like a magnet gun in senses, where you can like pull things and do things with it, or in other cases, it just destroys it. So once you pull the two blue arches there down, it makes Two-Face and his boys wreck. And you can clean all those up and grab those. So you can see I'm getting pretty close to superhero. You're going to want to make sure you come back to that blue wall there and use the sonar so you can get the second mini kit available. Yeah, not a fan of this guy and his big driller. But then again, I'm not a fan of most of the bad guys. Just keep trying to avoid him. There we reached our superhero, as you can see, and there's still quite a few coins or studs left. And so hopefully it's not too much of a task for you. You don't have to farm any studs. Farming studs. Alright, so we're going to use the bat suit. And we're going to actually jump across. We'll figure it out here in a second. We go to the middle and we jump across. Once we jump across, we come into a little room here where we can use our sonar gun and pull the floor out. Try not to get hit. And then what we need to do is come over here and grab both of these switches. One with each character. That will cue the Robin suit signal, which allows us to gain access to the ice suit. So you're going to take the ice suit and walk over and freeze the waterfall right there. There's actually two almost side by side each other there. And this allows you to walk along the top, and also allows you to get to other access to other areas of the map. Going to want to make sure you still have the power suit, or I guess switch back to the power suit, so you can climb up there. And then there's a statue right below us here in the middle that we're going to want to... I went the wrong way there the first time. But hey, a few extra studs. Oh yeah, I forgot. I didn't go the wrong way. You want to go all the way around and grab that mini kit. The third and last one available to us in the first playthrough on story mode. Again, I'm sure you're tired of hearing me say this, or maybe this is your first video you're watching, but we will be, we plan on going back and doing a mini kit video for each level, so lots of videos coming soon. Look at that, I actually hopped on the back and was catching a ride. Now I went the wrong way, so now I got to go back up and around, and there's that silver statue in the upper right side, and we got to go blast that. We're getting pretty close to the end of the level here. Once we blast that, we got to get Robin back over here. That ice hole with his ice suit. And then obviously we got to freeze that waterfall, and that's going to stop the driller. And that's going to go ahead and cue the final cutscene. Dude's got some buck teeth. Whee! Alright, Arkham Asylum Antics for LEGO Batman 2 DC is now complete. Alright. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe, guys. Tell us what you want to see. Tell us if we missed anything, of course. I think we're doing pretty good so far. As far as we can tell, nothing else was available. So feel free to hop on over to Twitter, click that follow button, @HappyThumbs, and we're also on Facebook as well. Facebook.com/HappyThumbsGaming. Alright, well, it's been a pleasure. Until the next video,